Hi, are you following the news? Are you aware that we are hot and heavy into Medicare season? And of course, as you probably know, Medicare is the federal health insurance program for people that are 65 and older. But also, it is for people that may be younger than 65 who have Medicare disability. In other words, they qualified for Social Security disability, and after 2 years of being on Social Security disability, they qualify for Medicare, even if they are not yet 65 years old. So now we're in the time where we have tons and tons of TV commercials that make it sound like you can get the sky and the moon and all for free. Sometimes it sounds too good to be true, right? Let's talk about the enrollment period that we are currently in right now. So we are in the annual enrollment period. Some places, or if you go online, which a lot of people love to do their research online, will find it termed as OEP instead of AEP. But they are two different periods and with different possibilities for you. So let's first start with the AEP, the annual enrollment period, which happens every year from October 15 to December 7. So here's what you need to know. If you are already on Medicare and you have a standalone drug plan that is Part D, I always like to say Part D for drugs, you can switch to a different Part D drug plan for 2023. If you are on a Medicare Advantage plan, now is the time that you can switch to a different Medicare Advantage plan for 2023. Now remember, these plans, the Medicare Advantage plans and the standalone drug plans, are calendar year plans. So they do change from one year to the next. What you can also do during this period is if you are on a Medicare Advantage plan and you want to go back to original Medicare and apply for a supplement plan, now is the time to do so. So you can go back to original Medicare, not have to worry about networks and providers, and not be part of a managed care plan, because all Medicare Advantage plans are managed care. Now, if you are on a Medicare supplement plan currently, you can also use this time period to switch to a Medicare Advantage plan. But just be forewarned that you may not be able to get the Medicare supplement plan again. Again, you may not be able to get the supplement plan again. So it's important to understand the differences between original Medicare and a supplement plan, or I should say original Medicare with a supplement plan, as opposed to going with a Medicare Advantage plan. And just like everything in life, there are pros and cons. So let me talk about the OEP, the open enrollment period, which happens from January 1 to March 31. And what that period allows you to do is, let's say you tried a different Medicare Advantage plan in January. In other words, it became effective in January. You signed up for a new Medicare Advantage plan during the annual enrollment period, again, October 15 to December 7, and your new Medicare Advantage plan started January 1. And let's say in February, you find that for whatever reason, you're not happy with it. You have one more opportunity to make a change to another Medicare Advantage plan. And that is the only option available to you. So during the open enrollment period, again, that's January 1 to March 31, you can switch from your current Medicare Advantage plan to a different Medicare Advantage plan. Otherwise, you will be in your current plan until December 31 of that year. So all Medicare Advantage plans are calendar year plans, which means from January 1 to December 31. And before you sign up for any plan, make sure that you understand how it works. Make sure that you understand the pros and cons, because there are. So don't be fooled by these commercials that promise you the sun and the moon and the stars, because not all plans offer all the benefits that they talk about on these commercials. So if you're with a Medicare supplement plan, which works hand in hand with original Medicare, those supplement plans are standardized, meaning that a plan G is a plan G no matter who your carrier is. A plan N is a plan N no matter who your carrier is. They are standardized. They are identical from carrier to carrier. But when it comes to Medicare Advantage plans, which is an alternative to original Medicare, and it is a replacement to original Medicare, those Medicare Advantage plans do vary between companies, and they do vary between a certain company's plans. For example, there are some carriers out there that may have multiple Medicare Advantage plans, and they're different from each other. So the nice thing is when you have original Medicare, you don't have to be confined to networks. You don't have to be worried about any surprises. You have access to all the Medicare providers across the nation. And that means any doctor, any specialist, any hospital, and any cancer treatment hospital that accepts Medicare. So there are huge differences, and there are, again, pros and cons to everything. Even though a Medicare Advantage plan might have a 0 monthly premium, you still have to pay your Medicare Part B, B as in boy, monthly premium, which in 2023 is going to be $164.90 for most individuals. Now, some people do pay more than that because they are subject to IRMA. IRMA stands for Income Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. Yes, it's a mouthful. What that means is that based on your income level, you may pay more than that $164.90 per month. And if you are subject to IRMA for your Medicare Part B as in boy, you may also be subject to IRMA for your Medicare Part D as in drugs. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am more than happy to help. And also, I do recommend that you use an independent agent. What does that mean? An independent agent is not tied to one particular carrier. They're not blocked into offering only one carrier solution or only one type of Medicare plan. They basically work for you, and I am also an independent agent. So I work for you, helping you find the most appropriate plan based on your health needs and your budget. So do work with an independent agent. I also invite you to go to yourmedicarelady.com. And recently I wrote a book, straight to the point, finally, an easy Medicare education for boomers and seniors. You can't imagine how many boomers and seniors I talk to who say to me, I'm so confused, I'm so overwhelmed, I just don't know what to do. So therefore, I put this booklet together to help you get clear about Medicare. And if you want a copy, just email me and I'll send it to you. So the starting point is knowledge is power, right? I'm sure you've heard that. Knowledge is power. But I always say in my educational webinars and workshops, knowledge is power when you implement what you learn to your benefit. So I want you to be aware that Medicare is an important decision. And when you sign up with a Medicare Advantage plan, they pretty much accept everybody. But with a Medicare supplement plan, you may not be able to get your supplement plan back if you make a change. So be aware of how the rules work. And also, my last offer to you is pick up a free report. Learn the financial tips that you need to be aware of so you're on the right track for your retirement plan, your financial future. Go to financialfitnessforever.com and you can download the report right there.